You open your phone for just 5 minutes, then suddenly, an hour disappears. You walk into another room and forget why you went there. You sit down to work, but your mind keeps jumping everywhere. One tab, one notification, one video, one distraction after another. And honestly, that should concern you. Because most men think they have a motivation problem, but what happens next is the real issue. Their attention is being destroyed, slowly, quietly, every single day. A man sits on the edge of his bed at night, phone glowing in his face, mind exhausted, still scrolling, still consuming, still searching for stimulation, even though he already feels drained. Think about that. Modern men are overstimulated, but underfocused. Constant dopamine, constant noise, constant distraction. And this is where many men quietly lose themselves, not because they're weak, because their brains never fully rest anymore. Most men don't notice the trap while they're inside it. That's what makes it dangerous. You stop feeling mentally sharp. You stop feeling deeply motivated. You stop feeling emotionally grounded. And eventually, you stop feeling present in your own life. The scary part? It starts feeling normal. You normalize distraction. You normalize low attention span. You normalize mental exhaustion. Until one day, silence itself feels uncomfortable. A man sits in his car after work. Instead of going inside, he scrolls. Not because he wants to, because his brain craves stimulation every few seconds now. That's the trap. And modern life is built around it. Social media, short-form content, notifications, endless scrolling. Everything is competing for your attention. And attention is masculine power. Think about that. A distracted man struggles to stay disciplined. A distracted man struggles to stay emotionally grounded. A distracted man struggles to feel focused, calm, and purposeful. Because focus is connected to identity. And what happens next is the dangerous part. The more overstimulated your brain becomes, the harder normal life starts to feel. Reading feels harder. Deep work feels harder. Conversations feel harder. Patience disappears. Stillness disappears. And eventually, motivation disappears too. Most men today aren't physically exhausted first, they're mentally fragmented. Their attention is split in 1,000 directions. And nobody talks honestly about what that does to masculine energy. Because dopamine isn't just pleasure, it's anticipation, impulse, reward-seeking behavior. And modern platforms know exactly how to manipulate that system. That should concern every man alive right now. A man opens his phone first thing in the morning, before sunlight, before movement, before silence, before thought. His brain immediately enters stimulation mode, and the cycle begins again. Scroll, consume, react, repeat, day after day, month after month, year after year, until his natural attention span starts collapsing. And honestly, most men think this is harmless. It's not harmless, because attention affects everything. Discipline, focus, presence, confidence, emotional control, even motivation itself. A man who cannot control his attention eventually struggles to control his life. Think about that. Modern life rewards distracted men, then destroys them slowly. That line hits hard because it's true. Most men now struggle to sit quietly with their own thoughts. That's not normal, it's conditioning. And this is where things get dangerous, because overstimulation lowers discomfort tolerance. You become less patient, less resilient, less focused. You constantly seek another hit of stimulation, another video, another scroll, another distraction, another escape. And eventually, Your brain forgets how to operate in stillness. Maybe you've felt this yourself. You try to focus on something important, but your brain instantly looks for stimulation. You pick up your phone without thinking. You open apps automatically. You consume content you don't even care about. Then afterward, you feel mentally worse, not better. That's the trap. And millions of men are stuck inside it right now. A man stares at his screen late at night, emotionally numb, mentally exhausted, still scrolling, still searching for something. Even he doesn't fully know what anymore. Nobody talks enough about that moment. The scary part is how normalized this became. Constant stimulation now feels like modern life itself. But the male brain was never designed for this level of non-stop dopamine exposure. Your mind was built for focus, movement, purpose, challenge, recovery, presence, not endless digital noise. And over time, too much stimulation quietly changes behavior. You become more reactive, more distracted, more emotionally unstable, less disciplined, less intentional, and eventually less connected to yourself. But here's what most men never realize. The solution usually doesn't begin with extreme discipline. It begins with awareness. A man who recognizes the trap starts regaining control, not instantly, not perfectly, but consciously. He starts protecting his attention, reducing overstimulation, creating moments of silence again, less endless scrolling, less digital chaos, more structure, more focus, more intentional living. And slowly, his mind starts feeling clear again. That matters. Because masculine strength is deeply connected to attention control. A focused man feels different, speaks differently, carries himself differently, lives differently. And honestly, you can feel when a man is mentally present. Most men don't realize the decline until it affects everything around them. Relationships, discipline, motivation, confidence, purpose. And by then, they think something is wrong with them. But sometimes, it's the environment shaping their mind every single day. Think about that. When did you first notice your attention span getting worse? And do you think modern life is overstimulating men mentally? I'd genuinely like to hear your perspective in the comments. In the next video, we're going to break down why modern men feel mentally exhausted all the time. If you're the kind of man who refuses to decline quietly, subscribe to The Male Advantage. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before making health decisions or undergoing medical testing.